This is a question I get a lot. Why don't I do prints? Well, I have done prints in the past. I went to a print master and I had him photograph my work, and he was very honest with me. I mean, he did a great job on those prints. Surf 9 Editions was what it was called at the time. I think it might have changed names, but it's still the same couple running it. It's in Asbury Park. He was honest with me, and that a lot of my colors run outside the range of gamut of a printer. So my fluorescence, my UV reactive colors, and just my palette in general runs outside of what is possible to replicate in print form. So printers can't replicate that true to color. Another issue that I had with prints, another reason I don't do prints, is because my colors run so far outside the range of gamut of a printer. It's lackluster. I mean, the experience of a print next to an original, the original to me feels like it has texture, it has movement, it kind of stores energy. You can look at it from different angles. The colors change throughout the day when the sunlight hits it. Now, a print is a cheap replication of that. And I feel, and me and the print master talked about this, it's cheapening the work. And I mean, for some people, that's the experience they want, is just a quick way to consume the art. But I think they're already getting that through a screen online for free. I share my work online, you can see it there, but it's not the same as seeing the original in person. And so I'm not really interested at this time, because when I did do the prints and he did a great job, I still would have had to charge hundreds of dollars for the print because of the cost to photograph it, to archive it, to scan it properly, and then to print it. I would have had to do hand-embellished prints, which I've also tried. It was a lot of time, and it was a distraction from me creating original new work. And I didn't see the short-term gain of just selling print after print to make short-term money as important as focusing on creating more new work and focusing on actually selling my originals and teaching people how to really appreciate and value like original, traditional art, the paintings that I do. I love that there's a rise of interest in art because of print as a form, but I don't think the work is always best served as a print. I do own some prints because the original has either sold or wasn't available, because I couldn't afford to buy the original. So for artists who do offer prints, I will buy prints to support them because I think it's important to support artists in the way that they want to be supported and meet people where they are. I try to do that by offering payment plans to make art affordable. I gotta go back to, I used to offer prints too, and they would get damaged in the mail. They would go missing. The corners would get bent between transporting them from show to show. It just wasn't the experience that I wanted for my buyers. And for other people to offer prints, that's their business model and that's how they want to make money, and I'm willing to support them how they want to be supported. But for me, it seemed like it was a distraction from what I'm actually trying to do here, which is, it's gonna sound grandiose, but it's more than just an image. It's more than just the art. There's more. It's really connecting at a deeper and a higher level. People are gonna think I'm crazy. Okay, so I have made prints in the past, and very high quality, amazing ones through that printer who I was talking about. So prints aren't a bad thing when they're really high quality, but they're very expensive to make. I'm not talking your $20 drop ship company, because I tried that too. And a lot of them, those companies, drop ship companies, no offense, I don't agree with a lot of your terms of service. It's crazy, it's wild, what people are willing to sign away with their art. But when you make those high quality prints, you end up having a lot of backstock. People say, oh, I wish this was a print, and then they don't purchase it. And investing the money to make that into a print is a large cost outset, especially when your colors are the way mine are. So large upfront cost, a couple $100 per each piece just to get it photographed and scanned, just to get the image photographed and scanned at high resolution. And then it's 16 cents per square inch. That was years ago. That price has probably since went up. So it's a percentage per square inch to print each print. So the larger the print gets, the more the money goes up. And the economics of that is such that I'm selling prints at a couple $100. I'm not selling them for $20 unless it's a very small print. It doesn't sell. People expect to buy things for $20 because it's $20. There's art accessible for $20, but I can't meet that demand. I can, in the future, make prints when the time is right, when they will actually sell, when there's demand for them, when my audience is bigger. I cannot do it right now. It's not my core focus. My core focus is building a large body of the work that I want to make. It is set up so that my kids can do prints if anything happens to me. Like, they own the ability to do that. Yes, in the future, should there be enough of a demand for it, and I'm talking my work is well enough known and my name is well enough known that prints will sell at hundreds of dollars. When the demand is there, I will do it, and not just a few people saying, hey, I'd really like a print, and they're thinking they're gonna get a $20 print. No, I'll stick to stickers, and maybe I'll look into doing magnets, but I'm not interested. I can't meet the demand of a $20 print at this time. I have had people reach out to me who could not afford the original. They wanted a print made. And we discussed, they messaged me and said, hey, I can't afford the original, but I'd really love a print of this. We talked about their budget, and I saw if they were within a budget range that makes this so they can fund the process of me going and taking this to a printmaker and either doing a canvas print or a one-off high-quality print. And it's a cost. It's a fraction of the painting, maybe a tenth of the painting, depending on the size of the painting. It's a fraction of the cost of the original painting, but it's something I have done custom and one-off for people. I haven't offered it in mass. So let me sum that up. One of the ones that I did that's out there, because I document when I make these one-offs with a certificate of authenticity. One of the ones that's out there was a copy, because I still have the original, of Vanity Programming. I want to say the buyer paid around $1,000 for that, because cost of photography was at $200 to $300. I lost 3 days in travel. So 3 days of painting in between traveling back and forth, and then I had to get the canvas, stretch it, ship it. I didn't make much off of that, but I was happy to meet the need of this individual who wasn't able to buy the original, and they happily have the piece and they're just thrilled to have the canvas. I've done other ones where I knew the range of color wasn't able to be done. So I have met for several $100s prints where I will hand embellish or enhance it once it prints out the fluorescence that wasn't within the range of what a printer could handle. I haven't offered these in mass either, because the amount of time that takes just to do one, you could imagine I'd spend a month doing 30. Because it takes a day. But people who are willing to pay for that and reach out, I can make that happen. And as demand for that increases, maybe I'll look into something else. It all just depends. There's another thing with prints I want to touch on, is just this, the cheapening of artwork. I'm seeing a lot of the AI stuff being offered as a print, and I just feel like it's not appreciating the amount of time and effort and energy that actually goes into creating traditional forms of art. And maybe that's just a different market and it doesn't touch me, so I shouldn't worry about it, but my focus is on teaching people to appreciate the amount of work and energy and effort that goes into creating the images I create as an artist.